Welcome back to Satisfactory. So glad you're here. So last time we left off, we had completed basically half of our copper sheet build. We're just going to go ahead and finish that up right now. Get 800 copper sheets per minute. And we're going to use those copper sheets, obviously, for our often talked about computer complex. I'm going to try to line these up. Looks like we're on that line right there. All right. Enough. Now we just control click 18 of these. There we go. Oh, but wait, if I already have one over here, should I have 18 left to build? No, I should have 17 left to build. That's okay. We'll be down there when it's time to build the last one anyway. Try to run ahead. The power of control click. Yep, one more on this side. And then we'll put together the steamed copper sheet. See, we're going to try to click on the square. When the square shows up, we paste. Get all of these recipes in place. I know. Gameplay. I knew a way to do this in mass. This brings up another good point. I tried to put together a blueprint for these refineries, but so tall, you really can't put any a service layer under it. That's the primary thing that I'd want to do if I were gonna do something with a refinery build with a blueprint. But you can't, so I didn't. Let's see here. Plus, it doesn't hurt from time to time to build something by hand. Get that pre-blueprint feeling. I think what I'll do is I'll build this for half and then just lower the other half directly into the machine. I skipped one there, didn't I? Uh-oh, am I off? Yep. Looks like we got off direct horizontal alignment there. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, 12, 13, 16, 17, 18. So what we'll do is we'll say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Then we'll build oh, interesting. That's not gonna work. I mean, it would work if it were built correctly, but I only put in 1, not 2. Maybe if I bring this back as far as I can. There we go. And now this one, let's connect. Let's be good. Connect the main bus first. And we'll double back. Might as well finish these off while we're in this particular click zone. I guess before, we should have done this a long time ago. Make sure this is going to work before we commit further. Now on this one, we should probably do something the same as we did last time. But for testing purposes, I just want to make sure this top side will connect. Should be fine. Horizontal to vertical offers a lot of flexibility. Get off the belt. Ah, tad too long. There we go. I do want that end, but I don't want it like that. Just to make sure that we are balanced here at the end, we'll connect this to itself. And that way the pressure, we have extra pressure on one side, it'll get redistributed to the other. What I could do is just connect everything on the bottom. And then let the bottom row get refilled by the top row there. I think that's what I'll do. Sometimes I know there's somebody out there that says, hey, why don't you just play with mods? And I want you to be able to have the same experience that I'm having. Right? Like, I don't want you to be in a situation where you watch somebody play and then they never set up a build site storage container. You know, there's a logistics to the logistics of the game. In some ways, I think you miss out on certain things like that when you play with mods. But more importantly, I don't want to be in a situation where I have a bunch of mods and then I have to keep track of those mods, and then, you know, the game breaks on an update. I'm already on the experimental branch. So I just think it's better to play without mods. Every now and again, you'll have to run back to a storage container or put a cut in the video to go and grab what you need to keep building. That is part of the game. I should probably check my research and see if there are any additional things in the MAM that would allow me to expand my pocket dimension. Yeah, I'm liking this build a lot better. It's everything on the bottom, then the top water comes around, backflows, and then hits everything that is low pressure. Liking this a lot. Uh-oh. Speaking of inventory, I don't know if I brought extra plastic with me. I think Planning Me would have gone so far as to put some plastic in there. I don't remember you can run across this. I don't know. Oh, you can't run across it. You can run below it. I'd probably be there if I wasn't going to try to prove this to myself. Yeah. You can run below it here. All right, let's see. Did I put any extra plastic in here? 400. Not a lot, but probably about enough. Fingers crossed. At the end of the day, this is a pretty simple build. You just have to commit to, one, getting the alternate recipes, two, suffering through, and it is a suffering, the additional steps of dealing with refineries instead of smelters or constructors. But once you do that, you're really all set. All right, everything looks connected. Now I just need to go back for power. And then we need to decide how we're going to drop the material. I think I'll just run it back above ground and then drop it down right here. Sudden urge to check my power supply. Oh yeah, plenty. I probably need to build another super ginormous power tower. Almost there. These power towers or power lines are very loud. Oop. I'm thinking about dropping a storage in place here. I probably put in too many storage. But I like having the buffer. Especially since I tend to build with hot belt, right? I go from the very first thing and I build, as I'm building, materials are right behind me. Is this connected? I guess if I put one in here, I'll have to go to the ground and back up. So we won't do it this time. Let's just see if we have copper sheets. Don't, which means it's not connected. Oh. That's why. Must merge the merchandise. There we go. And trying to save my power shards, right? One thing you realize, miners are the only time where it makes absolute sense to use a power shard. If you've got, you know, one iron node and it's the only one within 500 miles, but you need more iron, then overclock it. But for most other building situations, you're often better off just to build one or two more machines. And then let one of them run, you know, if it's like, this build requires 35.67 machines. You're probably better off just to build the extra. Oh, wow. I just messed that whole thing up. The sigh. I guess now we're going the other way. So you're better off just to underclock one machine as opposed to trying to overclock 5 of them. Now, if you're on a test bench, that's totally different, you know? If you have a manufacturer in your main base, you've got 4 containers connected to it, and then you're just dropping materials in those containers so that manufacturer can crank out a couple extra computers or a couple extra heavy frames. Then you just overclock that machine to the max. All right. And we'll drop all the good stuff off right here. And then we'll connectify. We're generating 800 copper sheets per minute, so we obviously need to do this on 2 belts, which we'll do by having 2 separate lines of heavy copper sheets. So this one should be right around 400. And let's see if we can sketch out the output here. Keep going here, keep going here. Looks like we have just enough room to go under there. We could hit a 2-stage or 2-level industrial storage container. Ping that here and ping that there. Probably don't need to make this straight anymore. Oh yeah, that's better anyway. One less crossover. Try to get to the edge and then drop right in. That's what I mean by hot belt. Like that belt's got stuff ready to go the second I connect it. All right, 3/4 of the way done. Let's try to do a little better this time. We'll angle the output of our merger, because you know you merge the merchandise towards us, not away from us. And we may also want to align it with the output. See if we got it right this time. We need power. Let's do the power first. Oops. Sorry about that. All right. Let's say right in the center. Why don't I hear these clicking on? Short on copper. Oh, I haven't built this side yet either. Actually, we're gonna have to take a screenshot of that. Maybe an action one. There we go. Now we're making more copper sheets. The previous video, I lamented the fact that we weren't generating enough raw ore. But I forgot to... Well, what I forgot was that that is a Miner Mark II, so once we get Miner Mark IIIs, we can get the extra 21 ore that we were looking for. So no worries there. We will achieve our 800 copper sheets per minute. What I am thinking about while I'm building this, though, is do I want 2 train cars full of copper sheets or 1? Not sure. Punch a hole. Pop a lift. go under. Add another lift. Well, I guess we won't do that. So if I have two, let's see. The throughput is still the same. It's still 800, whether it's in 2 cars or 1, right? Right? I've got to get steel pipes and case beams, some concrete, modular frames, copper sheet. I should probably put it in 2. I think I'm coming down on 2. But for right now, for the purposes of this video, we'll just connect it. We'll connect it to 1, and if it turns out I absolutely need to, we'll change it. There we go. And then we have our hyper tube up to our train station. And we have 1 more storage before the official cargo storage. 1's probably enough. It might make sense to try to squeeze in some of this quick wire from this factory into here. Of course, I could just belt it. I'd actually be going backwards. Our target area for our computer complex is right over here. So I'd be going backwards to try to move it back here just to then ship it in a train back that way. So there you go. We'll start this 2-parter, or we'll end it where we started it. Taking a look over the water there, the waterfall. capturing all that water, moving it into our water tower, and then distributing that water through this awesome refinery line. One to make pure copper ingots, and the other to make steamed copper sheets. And with that, the copper sheets come back under and then get lifted back into the train station for shipment. I can confirm both our lines are working like that. Perfect. And there you go. We'll come back and make things look a little nicer, but the copper sheets in support of our computer complex have been completed. I think off camera, I'll move in some of the other things like automated wiring, modular frames, encased beams, steel pipes, concrete. All of these are things that I can move in off camera without, it's just a bunch of conveyor belts. And then once I get the quick wire going, we'll be ready to build what I think is going to be the signature piece of this playthrough. We're going to build a computer complex. I'm very excited about it. I know I keep talking about it, but I keep working it in my mind and trying to figure out exactly how it's going to be. And so we've been building up to it. The only other thing I'm going to need is probably some more quick wire. We're using a lot of quick wire. The plan calls for 4,700 quick wire per minute, which is a lot. The current factory is not set up for that much quick wire output. But that's clearly a solution for a future video. Until then, thanks for hanging out. I do appreciate it. And we'll see you next time. It's actually closer to 9,000 fire. Yikes. We'll see you next time.